This is a Noodles production.
Hello, and welcome to the Personal Fitness 3 channel. Today I'm just going to discuss some objectives that I wrote down one day by just sitting down with a pencil and paper and just jotting down some things that would help me mentally get myself prepared to take on this task of getting healthy and fit and staying that way. So I'm going to share those with you today, and I call them the PF3 Fitness Wellness Objectives. Hope you can see this. And I came up with 5 subtitles, so to speak. One is desire, plan, document, visualize, and execute. And we'll just kind of go through each of them. The first thing I wrote down was desire. And one of the things is, what is my desire? What do I want out of all of this? And I have desire to be a healthy, physically fit, strong, and physically attractive. Those are just the things that I feel that's important in my basic reasons for, getting healthy and fit and staying that way. The second item is the plan. I realize if you don't plan, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. I think that's what I heard people say. So in my plan, I have set realistic goals. Sometimes we look at people, or we look at photos, or we make goals that are just too far out of our reach, at least initially, and a lot of times we fail miserably. So I think it's important that we set realistic goals. Like for instance, if you wanted to lose weight, don't just say I want to lose 300 pounds, 200 pounds, 100 pounds, depending on what weight and size you're already at. But start off, I believe, with something small and simple, and then work your way up. So for now, I just say set realistic goals. Eat healthy foods, and that's going to take a lot of reading and research and studying and doing your homework about what foods are healthy for you and what are not, and then making that decision to eat those healthier foods. It's very important to drink plenty of water, approximately 64 ounces a minimum daily, and that's about 8 glasses a day, or 8 ounce glasses. Exercise consistently using effective techniques. I realize it's so important that we are consistent with our exercise, because a lot of times we'll do something but then we'll stop. We'll stop. But I've noticed that if I'm consistent, then I see results. And I also realize that it's important to use effective techniques, because if you do it haphazardly, or you're doing things where you're just throwing weight around, or real sloppy in your exercising, then your results will be kind of poor. So I think if you learn different techniques on how to do different exercises, and you follow proper techniques, you will get much better results. Get as much rest as possible, hopefully about 56 hours a week, and that's, I believe, getting 8 hours a day for 7 days. But I know with our busy schedules, it's hard to get that, but that's at least a number to shoot for. Take adequate supplements, in other words, multivitamins or other supplements that help you feed your body the nutrients and minerals and things that it needs, that you may not always get from the food that you eat. I believe that it's better to get as much as you can from the food that you eat, and take a multivitamin, which provides you just a various amounts of vitamins and minerals to help out where areas you may be falling short from the food that you eat. Stay informed on health-related issues. It's important, I believe, to read various sources that are good at informing you about different things going on in the health-related world, as far as different things you may take medicinally, or different type of exercises that you do, so you can stay current on what's the latest study and different things. Now there's so many different studies out there on everything. I mean, as far as eating and health and all kind of stuff. And it's tricky because 1 week this particular food might be good for you, the next week it's not good for you. and one time this particular exercise is good and another time it's dangerous. So you have to really learn who you are and what's good for you, and then go from there. Because no one knows your body better than you. All right. And remove distractions and hindrances. I find this to be a big thing, especially for us guys. Because it could be the TV, it could be the computer, it could be the game systems, it could be whatever it is, whatever. For everybody, it could be different. But I suggest you try to remove or at least limit different things that may be a hindrance or distraction to you in your desire and your plan to get healthy, fit, and staying that way. Okay, the third thing is document. I think it's real important that you write down different things along the way so you can kind of look back and just kind of see some of the things you did, and maybe if you made some mistakes or just need to make some adjustments, then you can look back and see what you did and maybe write things of what you plan on doing. You may set goals and you may write down how you achieved them and what ways you did and things you found out along the way. So just a few things, and these are just suggestions. These are just things, like I said, I sat down with pencil and paper and just wrote down what I felt or whatever came to my mind about this journey of getting healthy and fit and staying that way. You can write a daily life schedule. That could be anything that goes on in your day. A workout schedule. That's very helpful, because with some people, they can just go work out and not have to really think about it. But me, I like to plan. I like to say, okay, today I'm gonna do arms or do some cardio, and I like to have at least a basic idea written down. And it'll probably get to a point where after you've written it down, that you may not need to, refer back to that. You may have it in your mind, and you can just go from there. But having a workout schedule, I think, is very important. An eating schedule could be very important as well, because, like I said, so many things going on in our lives, and sometimes we just eat whenever, or we wait till we're too hungry, then we gorge, or we may eat too much. There's sometimes I'll eat and I'm still hungry, so I'm eating every 1 or 2 hours when I probably should be eating every 3 to 4 hours. So eating schedule, I believe would be very helpful. Current and future physical measurements, that seems to really be important. I recommend that you start from where you are and get you some measuring tape and measure the various parts of your body. Measure your neck, measure your chest width, measure your waist, and I believe it's proper to measure around the belly button area. I've been one time measuring around where I think my belt goes, but I believe it's supposed to measure around the belly button area. Measure your hips, measure your thighs. Oh, don't go out on me. Measure your calves, and those, I believe, are the basic measurements. I'm not sure if I said your arms, like around your bicep area, and your forearms, that as well. And this way, as time goes along, you can refer back to that and see what progress you made as like if you're trying to lose weight, did you lose inches, or if you're trying to get bigger from bodybuilding, is your muscle size growing, and things like that. The goals desired and goals achieved. So like I said, write down what goals you have, but don't make them unrealistic. Keep them simple. And it just seems to be better when you make simple, reachable goals than to try to set something that's just unrealistic. And then when you achieve those goals, the feeling that you get is like, wow, amazing. So, write down those goals that you desire, and then as time progresses, you write down, how you achieve those goals. Cardio results. That's another thing I think it's important to document, at least initially. And, it may get to a point where you don't need to really document it or keep track of it for yourself. But I think it helps out, especially if I'm doing something like on a treadmill or something like that. You can kind of jot down the miles or the time it took to walk or run or bike, like even if you're riding your bike. And just have also maybe a weekly journal, in which you could just write comments, this week, I learned a new technique, or I tried something different, or I ate something different, those things like that. Next thing is visualize. see yourself getting healthier, feeling fit, getting stronger, and looking good. You have to visualize it. It's so important. Visualization is amazing. Just look, and because I believe that helps you with your mindset. Remember, in our mindset, we want to have better eating habits, better exercise techniques, and we will get better results to be maintained. But see yourself, I have to say this again, see yourself getting healthier. See yourself feeling fit, getting stronger, and looking good. Also, look at pictures and images that will help motivate you. Don't look at something totally unrealistic where you'd be like, oh my goodness, how am I ever going to achieve that? But, look at real people and look at real results. And utilize that. Use that for your own self. And even if you don't want to look at anyone else's pictures, look at your own. Look at you at a point that you say, this is where I really enjoyed, or I was really happy with myself at this particular size or weight or whatever. And then decide what you want. Do you want to be like that again, or do you want to be something different? Do you want to be better? And then you go from there. But whatever it takes to motivate you, that's another thing that's so important. I use pictures and images to motivate me. I use video. When I see people doing things like working out and exercising and trying different things, when I see videos of people who are trying to eat healthier and trying different things that helps them in their journeys. So whatever it takes to motivate you, if it's a song, if it's a movie, if it's a book, if it's a personal motivational speaker, whatever it takes to get you motivated and stay motivated, you utilize that. Also, read about and listen to true success stories. You may have a friend, you may have a friend who knows a friend, or just someone, you may, find out in the media, whether it's on TV or in magazines or whatever, and read about those true success stories and about realistic people who, they didn't just transform overnight, but they put in work. They had that sweat equity, so to speak, and utilize that to help you in your journey. And finally, execute. Nike used to say, just do it. And I know sometimes it's easier said than done, but you have to find a way to make yourself do it. You have to say, okay, enough is enough. Get sick and tired of being sick and tired, and say, whatever it takes, I'm going to do it. You got to want it bad, and you got to make the effort to just do it. Like I said, whatever it takes for you to make yourself do it, you do it. And we got to have no more excuses. Whatever your excuses are, you write them down, and then you start crossing them off, saying, okay, this ain't gonna be an excuse no more, because this is what I want for myself. All right. Again, this is Personal Fitness 3, the fitness and wellness objectives that I wrote down for myself. Again, desire to be, plan, document, visualize, and execute. I hope this guys help you on your journey, and you take care, and talk to you later. Thanks for watching.